Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Butch Kellen, Adventurer. And today I'm going to get into a little more detail uh, with RV Trip Wizard, Google Maps, and another website I haven't discussed yet. Um, a website that covers um, rest areas on the interstate highways. First off, here I'm showing in RV Trip Wizard where I found this rest area on Interstate 40 on my route, and it looked large, and it looked like there was lots of room, and the truck parking was separated. I like that. I don't like to take up any space that truckers might need. But I was a little suspicious because it looked empty. However, I still put it on my trip, and I thought of rest areas like interstates, they're never going to go away. And in fact, this one did go away. This rest area has been closed. This is a ghost rest area. The state of Oklahoma, for some reason, has decided that this interstate should be closed off. This interstate rest area should be closed off and no longer used by the public. And I don't know how they can get away with that. The interstates are paid for by federal funds. And anyway, it's a real shame to see this lovely rest area having been closed down. Now, after further investigation, I find that in 2012, it still had plenty of traffic. And here we're looking at Google Maps with the vehicles that are there at this time, and in very fine print at the bottom you'll see that this was recorded in 2012 by those Google cars that drive around with that camera on top. I've seen some, you probably have, but it's a round thing on top of a small car, and apparently that's how they get pictures in 360 degrees from just about everywhere that I've ever looked. You can get Google Maps. Now here we're looking again at the satellite imagery, and these two beautiful rest areas, one eastbound, one westbound. There's lots of room, and it looks like they're still mowing the areas, but there's nobody in them. And here's where I got inquisitive after I got back from my trip, because on the trip I just realized that the rest area just disappeared because I didn't even notice these pylons on the side of the road. There were no signs saying there was a rest area, and I suddenly realized that I was well beyond where I should have been on I-40, and I never saw any rest area. I do remember glancing to where I thought I should be seeing the rest area and seeing a little bit of a parking lot, but it was behind these trees and very hard to make out. So I went on my trip and kept going down I-40 to Shawnee, wondering what the heck I was going to do, because now my night stay was totally up in the air and I had no idea where I was going to go. But fortunately, Oklahoma has casinos, and casinos have very large parking lots. And fortunately, I found a casino that wasn't very busy. But before I get to that, take a look here. This is that website I was telling you about, the rest areas. You can read the name of the rest area at the top of the page in the toolbar up there. But of course, you can see it's peppered with all kinds of ads and so on. They don't have a subscription that I know of, but it does have a lot of information broken down by maps and by lists of eastbound and westbound interstates. And there it clearly showed me that that rest area had been closed. Here we're back into RV Trip Wizard, and you can see I have some points of interest highlighted, and that blue dot there shows me a casino with a campground, and the other icon, well, that last one was a Cracker Barrel, and there's some Walmarts there. And of course, I didn't get into this until I got back on my trip and did some investigation to see what actually had happened. But what I did was, by the seat of my pants, I just kept on going down I-40, and I saw a huge sign that said Black Hawk Casino. So I decided to check it out, and I pulled in there, and sure enough, I found a place to spend the night. It was quiet, and it was raining, so there was no traffic, no pedestrian traffic. There was some cars coming and going, but actually very quiet. And the next morning, I was on my way. Thanks for watching. Click the like icon if you care to, and I will see you down the road.